guys, what is up? It's Amelia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be ranking books in the Throne of Glass series from the best to the worst. Usually the format is like worst to best, but like I freaking hate that format so much. Like I just want to know like what's best, so we're going to start with the best one. Also, I want to say that my thoughts may be like really different from your thoughts. I feel like my ranks are like pretty unique. I'm not sure. Please comment down below your ranks because I'm actually like interested to know. But anyways, the book that I think is the best one is Airfire. This book is the book that got me drawn into the Throne of Glass series. Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight just like didn't do it for me, and then Airfire came around and this got me like hooked onto the series, and that's when I became like obsessed with it. And I also love how we meet Rowan. I freaking love their relationship. So the book like means so much to me because they're just going through so much together, and I just love like every part of it. But there is one thing I don't like about Airfire, and that's the Manon scenes. I really didn't like when the witch perspectives were coming in. To me, the Manon parts were so boring. Like I really just couldn't take it. Sorry, I know my camera moved. I went to get something. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Rowan and Aelin scenes just made up for the witch parts that I found boring. My second favorite Throne of Glass book is Empire of Storms. I really love this book. It was the only book in the Throne of Glass series that I read twice. I freaking love how Elide and Lorcan met in this book. They are my favorite couple in the whole Throne of Glass series. So like this book means a lot to me, and I always like reread their scenes. Freaking love it. I don't know, I just feel like this book did a really good job at making us attached to the characters and love the characters. Not all. There were some characters that I still didn't like, but I feel like it touched my heart. I freaking loved it. I loved everything that happened. There's like nothing I would complain about Empire of Storms at all. It's freaking amazing. All the perspectives, everything, I freaking love it. I almost made it number one, but Airfire was just a little bit better. My third favorite book in the Throne of Glass series is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, and I have 2 copies of this because I found a signed copy and I had to get it. I freaking love Queen of Shadows. I remember I was reading this while I was in grade 11. I literally read this book in like math class. I read this book in class. I read this in study hall. I read this after school. I read it during school. I read this book all the time and I brought it everywhere with me. This book was just, oh my god, I feel like, I don't know, it's just really good. So in this book, it's where like the Vogue stuff start happening. Dorian became possessed by the Vogue, and we had the Manon-Dorian relationship that like kinda was starting to start, if that makes sense. This book like made the plot of Throne of Glass. Like it's where the Vogue stuff and the Erewhon stuff came in, and it's really what Throne of Glass was about, I think, if that makes sense. It's the book where Selena accepted her identity as Aelin. It's like the book where like everything's starting to form and it's about to like launch into what the book is about, if that makes sense. I feel like that doesn't make sense, but like whatever. So you guys may be wondering, where the heck is Kingdom of Ash? So I decided to place Kingdom of Ash as 4th place. I'm going to be making a review for this book, but it might not be soon because I have finals, and then right when the last day of my final is, I'm traveling. So I'll probably make the review in January, like the beginning of January. So I really enjoyed Kingdom of Ash, especially the Elide and Lorcan scenes. But, and there is a but, there were some things I didn't like about it. For example, it was super drawn out. I feel like I don't want to be like mean to like this book that means so much to me, but for example, the Battle of Orinth, it was just like, it was really weird to me, like the organization of it, like its structure, I don't know. But besides that and a few other things I didn't like, which will be in my review, oops, wrong side, I still really enjoyed it. I love the character developments. I love a lot of things. The deaths made me sad, but it's fine. I did cry 3 times in this book. So I still really loved it. 4th place is not bad considering there's like, how many books? There's 8 books. So 4th place is not bad at all. It's like the halfway mark. Okay, my next favorite is Tower of Dawn. So in the beginning, I really hated Chaol. This book did make me like him more and understand him more, which I liked. In the beginning, I really thought that like the book wouldn't make me like Chaol, but I really adored his relationship with Yrene, and I feel like we got to see like another side of the Throne of Glass series where it's not set in like the same places, but instead this place we didn't explore. We got to explore the Rucks and like the royal family of this like other kingdom. I don't really remember much. But yeah, I really liked it. It just wasn't good enough to be able to rank it where like Airfire and Empire of Storms is, but I still really enjoyed it more than the books that I will be listing next. My next favorite is Crown of Midnight. I really enjoyed Crown of Midnight. It's just not comparable to the ones listed above this, which were way better. I feel like this is the book where Nehemia died, which is very sad, very, very sad. But I feel like besides the relationship and the dynamic between Selena and Nehemia, I really didn't like much about this book. I really hated that Selena was with Chaol. I freaking hate them together, and that's why I didn't really like this book, because the whole book Selena was with Chaol and I just couldn't take them. Oh my god, I couldn't. No. I couldn't. So that's why this book is 6th best. It was still an enjoyable read, but there were things I didn't like about it, and I really didn't like the characters either. Like, besides Selena and Nehemia and Dorian, I really didn't care about like Ren and Martov and Archer. Like, I didn't care about those people much, but it was still a good read, good enough for me to read the next book, which became my favorite. Okay, so number 7 out of 8 books is Throne of Glass, the first book in the series. So the first time I read this book, I only read like 5 chapters and I just couldn't get through it. I DNF'd it, and then I think a year later, or maybe even like a little bit more than a year later, I decided to pick it up again. I still couldn't get through it. I just like DNF'd it again. And then a couple months later, when everyone started talking about Rowan and how like they freaking love Rowan, I was like, okay, if Rowan comes in the 3rd book, I gotta get through this, and I gotta get through Crown of Midnight, because I wanted to be like part of the fangirling. Like, I wanted to know what Rowan was all about that made everyone love him so much. So that's when I decided to get through Throne of Glass. So the first half, I really didn't like it. I didn't really care much about anything. But I really started to enjoy it in the second half. And it was good enough for me to read Crown of Midnight, the next book. But the fact that I DNF'd it twice just showed that it didn't really like catch me, like catch my brain. I don't know. But I really loved her relationship with Dorian. I freaking adored it, and sometimes I wish they ended up together, but it's fine. So we are down to the last book, and you guys probably know what book I'm talking about. This one, I don't want you guys to like take my ranking too seriously. Basically, it's The Assassin's Blade. So I ranked it as worst. I honestly don't think that's fair of me, because I didn't even finish the book. I read 3 out of, I think, 5 stories. Yeah, there's 5 stories: The Assassin and the Pirate Lord, The Assassin and the Healer, The Assassin and the Desert, The Assassin and the Underworld, and The Assassin and the Empire. I only read the one with the Pirate Lord, the Healer, and I read half of the Desert, and the only one I liked was the one with the Healer, Urine. I didn't like the Pirate Lord one. I didn't like the 3rd one, which I didn't even finish because I didn't like it and I just didn't care about it. And I didn't even read the last 2 stories, so my ranking is really unfair. Please like don't take it seriously, because it's not fair to rank a book or to like rate a book when you didn't even finish it. I didn't rate it on Goodreads or anything, but I think from what I read, it would be last, not because it's bad, not because I didn't enjoy it, but because compared to other books, it wasn't as good. But there were still things I liked about it. For example, the Healer story. So it was still good. It's not like it's my fault for ranking it last because I didn't finish it, but it's also the book's fault for not being fun enough to make me want to finish it. Maybe I'll go read it one day, but like not anytime soon. So yeah, that's pretty much my ranking of the Throne of Glass series books. Give me your ranking down below. I'm genuinely interested. I want to know. One of my best friends also reads the Throne of Glass series. I asked her for her favorite book, and she also said Airfire. So I'm like, yes, I feel like it is the best one. I really feel like Empire of Storms is 2nd, but I feel like the rest is like a little bit debatable. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. And that sounded so desperate. Yeah, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Interest, you won't find a better than this. I swear, girl.